In this world, there is real evil. In the darkest shadows and in the most ordinary places. These are the true stories of the innocent and the unimaginable.
What's his name?
When Jan Foster comes face to face with her son's imaginary playmate, her world turns upside down. She seeks the power of ancient rituals, hoping to find the strength to save her son and cast out a demon hell-bent on possessing him. Between the world we see and the things we fear, there are doors. When they are opened, nightmares become reality. Western Kentucky can be a mystical place, with its dark caves and twisting rivers. Some believe that evil spirits have wandered this land for centuries, lurking in the shadows, waiting to take another soul. Jan Foster knows every highway, street, and back road in Western Kentucky. As a courier for a national delivery service, she's probably been there. Jan's husband, Dale, is a contractor for the U.S. Postal Service. They both work hard to provide a good life for their two children, 5-year-old Cody and 16-year-old Pamela. A nanny stays with Cody during the day, but usually leaves when Jan or Dale gets home from work.
I need to have a word with you.
Okay.
One night, the nanny waits for Jan so she can speak with her in private.
I want to judge, you know that, but Cody's been using some very bad language.
Well, what has he said?
I can't even repeat what he said.
I was totally shocked.
I don't know where
we don't
he's
talk
gonna-
like that at home.
To protect their privacy,
I don't know where he's
Jan
gonna-
Foster and her family have agreed to tell their story on the condition of anonymity.
These were unspeakable words. He would threaten her. He defied her. He screamed at her. I did reassure her that he did not hear that type of language in our home, nor was he around it with anyone else. And we had no idea where he picked up this language.
There's more.
More?
Yeah, he's acting very strange. Cody?
Maybe.
Cody's nanny suspects that he is an imaginary playmate.
Cody, it's time to go. I'm very concerned about him.
Okay, I'll talk to him. I promise I will.
See that you do.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
We should have saw the warning signal right then.
All right, get you tucked in, mister. And Mr. Bear with you, all snuggly. So tell me about your new friend. What's his name?
Man.
Just Man?
He doesn't have a real name like John or George or his name is Man. And that was it.
Say our prayer, sweetie. Now I lay me down to sleep.
Most everybody has an imaginary playmate at some time in their childhood. There wasn't any other kids around here that age, so he was basically a loner.
Cody, go to bed. I mean it.
Kitty, come here. Come here, kitty. Come here. What? Good kitty.
What's the matter, honey?
I'm scared.
Come here.
She was hearing scratching noises like fingernails raking across the walls.
It's okay. I'm gonna climb in bed here.
The next morning, Jan is exhausted.
We really need to start getting ready for...
Firefighters to the rescue! No, I want to stay here and play with my fire truck.
I overheard him in his room actually carrying on a conversation with this invisible playmate. It was, you want to play? No, I don't want to play with that. No, let's not do that. He was hearing something and responding to it.
Cody, who are you playing with?
I'm playing with man.
Well, tell your little friend bye-bye and come get dressed.
I don't want to.
Cody, you come get dressed now. Cody Foster, you listen to your mama. Pick those clothes off the floor right now and get dressed, or we're going to have a big time out, young man.
This friend was becoming a daily event.
So, Cody has an imaginary friend.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Well, that's kind of normal. What's his name?
How long have you been there, Cody? Listen, sit down. It's time to eat your breakfast. Have some cereal.
I'm not hungry. I want to play with man.
I thought, well, this is basic behavior. We tried to correct him with verbal correction. It didn't work.
Cody, listen to me. Eat your cereal.
No!
Cody!
No!
Cody! Get in the chair.
No! No!
Cody!
No! No!
I really felt like we needed to hear the whole story about this imaginary friend.
So tell us more about your new friend, Cody.
How old is he?
He's 6.
He tells them that man has brown hair, brown eyes, and pale skin.
Where'd he come from, Cody?
We asked him where man came from. He replied, from behind the park where the lake is, deep in the ground.
Did something happen to man, Cody?
He said that a stranger took him from his mommy and did terrible, terrible things to him. And he cried and he cried and screamed for his mommy, but his mommy never found him. And he never saw his mommy again.
Scream and cry all the time.
It's a chilling story,
Man's whole body was
a
hurt.
parent's worst nightmare.
After that, he wanted to sleep.
Jan and Dale try to understand what he is telling them.
Is man dead, Cody?
Yes.
What's his name?
Man. The stranger took man away from his mommy.
Dale and Jan Foster are worried.
After that,
Jan believes their son has befriended the ghost of a murdered child. But Dale is not convinced.
I was not really concerned that anything bad was going on. I just thought he's just going through a change of some
I think
kind.
it's just a phase he's going through, Jan.
My way of thinking was it was something that he could have heard that he was repeating, because I just didn't believe in that stuff. I just didn't.
I don't think it's anything to worry about.
Well, I do. There's way too much detail. It's
This
too
filled me with a feeling of dread to know that this ghost of this child was actually making his home with my son.
Jan is determined to find the truth.
Just take the microfiche. What years did you look up?
I did search the local newspaper to see if there was any child murders in the last 30, 40 years. There was nothing that corresponded with that.
Looks good. Anything with kids.
I did feel that Cody had told us the truth, that this had been a little boy, but somewhere in the back of my mind was doubt, because we weren't coming up with any evidence to support this fact.
I have a sister. Her name is Pamela. She's nice, but she's too old to play with toys.
Cody, you want to read a story?
He didn't want us to tell stories. He didn't want to watch TV. He stopped interacting with the family.
What do you like?
Man became his best friend. I was angry.
I like dinosaurs.
We couldn't understand what was taking Cody's spirit away from us and changing him, and so drastically.
Jan is willing to try anything to get her son back. She calls an old friend, a Native American shaman, a medicine man, who she thinks can provide some insight. Dale is skeptical about meeting the shaman, but wants to support his wife.
I was concerned because I knew that something had really scared her, and I knew that she was upset.
I have seen this in our culture, even with younger children than Cody.
I told him about the events that were happening in the house and how they were escalating, how distant Cody was, his language, his attitude, and this imaginary friend just possessing him.
I believe your son invited this stone spirit into the house.
He explains that the only way to get rid of the spirit is to revoke the invitation by praying.
We've got to uninvite him.
Exactly. And you must be forceful when you do this.
And by using a traditional Native American ritual.
He would not perform the ceremony himself. He said the owner of the house has to do this.
So, what do we need to do?
So dry sage.
He instructed us to burn sage and sweetgrass and direct it around the four corners of the property.
Must burn throughout the house.
The shaman tells Jan she must also anoint the entryways to the house with olive oil
Invite him?
and pray for her son. The next morning, Jan waits until everyone has left the house for the day. She hopes and prays the ritual works.
Was I worthy enough of God for him to hear my prayers? My strongest pleas with him to help me through this, to help me cleanse this house and this property. I doubted myself
Protect our windows.
for brief moments that I wouldn't be able to. And it was the fear of knowing if it didn't work, what would happen then.
Please give this oil the power to protect our threshold of my house, keep it safe. Air and fire and wind. May this flame please protect us from this little boy. Protect us from this evil little boy spirit that's trying to enter our house.
Miraculously, the blessing seems to work.
What do you think of that rat? It's a big rat, isn't it?
There was no imaginary playmate. Cody became more playful. He was more responsive to the family needs.
Everything is fine for 3 months.
Call 911. Firefighters to the
he wasn't 100% back. But everything was pretty well quiet. So I felt that this ceremony did help.
We're coming to the rescue.
Cody was in the hallway, sitting down, playing with his little toys, making sound effects with his little trucks and cars. I was folding laundry.
911. 911.
And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, he started talking to man again. I could not move. And he carried on a little conversation for a little bit, and then he got very, very quiet.
Cody? 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 Cody?
He had something in his hand, and it was a photograph. And I said, "Where did you get this?" And I reached down to grab it.
Give it back! It's mine!
He went berserk.
Give it back! It's mine!
Calm down, honey. Honey, it's okay, baby. Shh, honey, it's okay. It's okay. Shh. It's okay.
It looked like an older Polaroid, maybe from the late 50s, early 60s. There was an elderly woman, like a grandmotherly type, and then there was a small boy.
Cody, who's in this picture? Who's in this picture, Cody?
Man,
Cody, where did you get this picture?
man gave it to me.
Is man dead, Cody?
It's mine!
The house is peaceful for nearly 3 months.
All right, Cody, here's your lunch. It's a sandwich and Jello. Okay, use your napkin now. Don't forget. Okay, sometimes you forget that. Goodness, Cody.
I don't want any stupid lunch!
What's going? Cody Foster, you have just earned yourself one major timeout, young man.
Man said I don't have to listen to you anymore! I don't have to do anything you said!
Alarms went off in my head that this being was telling my son what to do now.
Oh, please don't go.
No, I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore.
I-
Give that boy some counseling.
I'm sorry. Please don't talk to him. Please don't go. No, wait. Please.
Jan puts on a good face for the family.
I was the one experiencing most of his abusive behavior, and I was trying to cover it up and be rational. I was trying to be a mother. I was trying to keep the family together. I was hoping that maybe this would go away.
Cody, are you hungry?
I knew at this point that Cody was not my son anymore. There was no love, there was no hugging, there was no goodnight kisses.
Jan is afraid that something more sinister may be controlling her son.
He was a total stranger to me at this point. I really didn't know how to handle this. Around this time, I had to start taking him to a distant cousin to watch him while we worked.
Now, Cody, remember, you do not take man inside there today. Do you understand me, son? You leave man behind. Cody?
Hey!
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Hi, Miss Kaylee.
You gonna say hi?
Remember your cousin Kaylee, don't you, Cody?
Hey, Cody, how are you?
Tammy, thank you so much. I so appreciate this.
Don't worry about it. They're gonna have a lot of fun playing together. They'll be
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
You ready to come inside? Show you some toys in here?
Call me if there's anything you need, okay?
I will. You're welcome. You just have a great day at work.
It's bye. Bye.
Hey, guys.
Jen, you got a phone call?
Jan is working when she receives an urgent phone call.
Hey, this is Jan.
It's her
Oh, hey,
cousin.
Cody. No, it's okay. What's going on?
She was incoherent.
He what? No, it's
She was
okay.
crying.
Okay, tell me about it. What happened?
She just kept repeating, "Come
Okay.
get Cody now.
I'm coming.
I cannot watch him anymore."
Okay, I'm coming. I'll be right there. Bye. Shut up. I got to go. Family emergency. I'll call you. I promise.
What on earth happened? What is wrong with him? What happened? I don't know. My daughter is in there freaking out. She's terrified.
At first, she thought that he was changing his voice, but she noticed that this was a deeper voice. She totally freaked.
Toys floating in the air? What is wrong with him?
She said that she was afraid of him
I can't put her in that situation.
and that her daughter wouldn't play with Cody anymore.
He what?
What on earth happened? Okay.
Cody, why did you take man with you to Tammy's? I told you not to. Why did you?
Jan doesn't know what to do. She has to find someone to look after Cody, and she can't afford to lose her job.
Hi. Yes, my name is Jan Foster. I have a son, Cody. I'm wondering if you have any openings at your daycare. You do? Great. Can we start tomorrow? Wonderful. Oh, thank you. Okay, we'll see you at 7. Thank you. Bye-bye. Cody, listen to me. Tomorrow we're starting a new daycare. And you cannot, son, bring man with you.
I repeatedly
understand?
warned him, do not take man to this house. Leave him here at home.
Do you understand me?
Cody agrees and keeps his promise. But at night, man waits for him to come home.
Cody, supper's ready.
Cody begins destroying his own toys.
Cody, why are you cutting up your bear?
Man said it would be fun.
No, you shouldn't cut up your toys, son. Come on, let's go to supper. Leave the scissors. Don't be cutting up your toys anymore.
For Dale, the incident is disturbing, but not so unusual that it causes him to blame it on anything paranormal.
He was cutting up his teddy bear.
What?
Have you seen him do anything like this before?
You saw Cody cutting up bits?
He was sitting on the floor, he had the scissors, and he was cutting up the teddy bears.
Hey, kitty, kitty.
And he told him that man said it was okay.
No, but this is pretty violent.
What do you think we should do?
Cody, where's my cat? Cody, what the heck are you doing? How could you? What happened?
Cody's behavior has hit an all-time low.
I came and he was sitting on her. Cody!
Cody, why were you trying to hurt the kitty?
Man said it would be fun.
Cody, I don't want you to ever hurt the kitty like that again. Do you hear me?
His demeanor became just horrible. I mean, just frightfully horrible. I was on the verge of a nervous breakdown, trying to cope with all this.
Jan, I just had to talk to him. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what he's doing that for.
Dale, he just tried to kill the cat.
I know. I'm at my wit's end with him.
I
What
could
am I
not
gonna
be
do?
rational anymore. We had to finally come face to face that this boy had a problem.
It's not my boy.
Jan is afraid of what he'll do next.
You know, Cody, I've asked you many times to help Mama clean up your room. You're big enough now that you can help me out with some chores around here, young man. I've got a lot to do around here, and if you at least picked up your clothes and put your toys away, it would really help me.
One morning, as Jan is cleaning, she notices that everything in Cody's closet is wet.
Oh. Ew. Cody, are you peeing in the closet?
I discovered that he had urinated all over his toys, in his toy box, all over his clothes.
Man said it's okay.
Well, it's not okay, Cody. You go pee in the bathroom, not in the closet.
Man said you don't have to listen to you anymore.
Even after all Jan has been through, Cody's response is a shock.
I don't have to listen to you anymore. I don't have to do anything you say. Because man said I don't have to.
Cody, Cody, what are you doing? Cody, stop it! Stop it, Cody! It's Mama! Stop it!
I was becoming fearful of my own son.
Cody, what the heck are you doing?
Everything started happening at such a fast pace. The behavior, the urinating, trying to kill the kitten.
Finally, Cody becomes frustrated with man.
Mama.
What's wrong, baby doll?
Mama.
He said, my bed is shaking.
My
Mama.
bed is shaking.
I need you.
Come here, sweetie. Come on.
For that moment, I saw the little boy I had not seen in over a year. He was reaching out to me. I hadn't been able to hold him like that for a long time. I knew for that instant that man was not with him. I was ready to confront this being. I waited till he fell asleep in my arms. I got out of the bed. I stood in front of his doorway to his room.
God, please give me the strength to go through with this.
I wanted to know what this child was going through. I wanted to try and put myself in his place, in Cody's place. I wanted to see if man would somehow communicate with me.
Cody? Come here, babe.
His body was growing into this entity. He started laughing very demonically. This sudden realization came over me. This was man.
Jen, honey, what is it? What happened? Why are you screaming? Baby, what's wrong? What's wrong, baby? Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'll be okay.
Sure.
I calmed the family down as best I could.
Okay.
I told him to go back to bed. Cody put his little hand in mine, and he was squeezing it reassuringly. And he was looking at me as if to say, see, Mommy, it wasn't me.
I saw a man. I understand now.
And we held each other for a very long time. And I felt that at that moment, with that powerful love around us, that man could not intervene.
Later that night, while her family sleeps, Jan prays for guidance.
Please protect us. Don't leave us, God.
The total realization of the truth of what man was hit me.
Please. Bring my baby back.
I knew I had to do something about it to protect my family.
What's wrong, baby doll?
Mama, I need you.
I was frightened beyond means, but another part of me, the adrenaline started surging. I knew I had to face this. I knew I had to do something to protect my family and to protect Cody and to keep this entity from taking him any further.
God, tell me what to do.
Jan considers packing up the family. In her heart, she knows it won't do any good. Man follows Cody everywhere.
Cheerleading practice today, right? Yeah. Okay.
I got everybody off to work and school and got
Did you grab your lunch?
Yeah, I've got it, thanks.
Cody to the daycare.
Be good today, okay? You make your mama proud. Behave. Everything's gonna be okay, baby. I promise. Go. I promise.
Hello?
Hi, Shaman, it's Jan.
I need help. I want this.
Thing out of my house.
I understand. You did what I told you to do.
No, I need help. I've seen him. Yeah, Cody's playmate. It's not a little boy. It's
a man. It's
demon. It's this
I
huge...
told him I do not think we were dealing with the spirit of a little boy, and we're dealing with something more demonic.
It's not a little boy.
He, in turn, told me now he can understand why the first time we blessed the house it didn't work. We weren't specific enough.
Yes, I understand.
We thought we were dealing with the spirit of a small child. That's what we was asking to leave our home.
I remember.
You have to start with Cody's room. Work
The
your way
shaman
towards the
tells
center of
her
the house, and
she will have to bless the house again. Only this time, she must focus on ridding the house of an evil spirit.
I want this thing out of my house.
After her first failure, Jan wonders if she can do it alone.
Thank you.
I'm just a mom. Albeit I have a very strong spiritual side, but I'm not a priest. I'm not a shaman. I was just a mom, and I was fighting for my family.
The shaman tells Jan she will have to be very forceful with her prayers. She must not show any doubt.
I got the olive oil and the sage and the sweetgrass. I started out on the four corners of the property. In the back of my mind, I was thinking, am I going to be attacked?
The Lord is my shepherd.
I was in constant prayer, and I felt as I went along doing this blessing and the house cleansing, I became stronger, I became braver, I became more confident.
And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Lord, forgive me of my sins and make me worthy of your love. Grant me the strength, courage, and guidance of your hands to rid my home of this entity called man. Chocolate? You gonna get one scoop or two? Two?
I was feeling a much needed essence of peace. I finished the outside and I came to the front door. It was very cold in here, extremely cold, and I could feel a presence. I thought, well, the wind is gonna break. Is the house gonna shake?
At nights my head was oil. My cup overflows.
I felt at times that I was just gonna lose it.
My cup overflows. My head was oil. My cup overflows. Give me the strength to action.
I repeatedly asked for strength to finish this, to ban this entity from our home. I demanded, very loud in a screaming tone, that he was to go back from whence he came.
Return from whence you came, never to return again. Return from whence you came, never to return again. Return from whence you came, never to return again. In the name of our God, our Creator, the Holy Spirit, forever and ever. Amen.
Man is finally gone. Jan can feel it.
I was very exhausted. Could see the world again. It was like a veil had lifted, a dark veil of pain and confusion. I noticed the trees, I could hear the birds. I was back to reality.
The nightmare is over. Jan Foster finally has her son back.
He actually ran to me. Mommy, Mommy. Look what I drew. Look what I did. And I remember holding him and just crying and crying, and again giving my thanks to God.
Oh, and then we get to have a song.
We still feel things around here. We still experience the noises, the feeling of someone watching you. When things do happen around here, it's the first thought that runs through my mind, that this could be man trying to get into our lives again.
In this world, there is real evil. In the darkest shadows and in the most ordinary places. These are the true stories of the innocent and the unimaginable. When the Pickman family moves into their dream house, their future seems bright. Until the ghost of a troubled child intrudes. Unearthly visions and violent attacks expose an evil force and fury brewing for centuries. Between the world we see and the things we fear, there are doors. When they are opened, nightmares become reality. Atchison, Kansas, home to the famed Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad. For more than a century, it is a place that travelers pass through. But there are some who never leave, restless souls whose lives were tragically cut short, now desperate for a ticket out of what some call the most haunted city in Kansas. In March 1993. Newlyweds Tony and Deb Pickman rent a house in Atchison. After weeks of unpacking, the house is finally starting to feel like a home.
I'm getting tired.
Me too.
I'm gonna go to bed, I think.
Yeah, I'm coming with.
Well, we moved in. Things seemed to be looking up for us. My wife was expecting, and, we were just wanting to start a family. It's a good time for us.
Honey, could you grab my magazine, too?
When we found this house, it seemed perfect for us. It was spacious, had several bedrooms, and we just knew that it was the perfect house.
Miss work without checking in. Police hope his employer might.
I thought you turned the TV off.
For about a month, things seemed pretty normal. All of a sudden, we noticed the television turning on and off.
She was worried because
We'd shut it off, and it'd come right back on.
Hey, probably just faulty wiring. It's an old house. I'll call the landlord about it tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
In the summer of 1993,
How's it going?
Deb gives birth to a son they named Taylor.
So good. Coffee? Yeah, thank you. Okay. Are you getting any sleep? All right.
Deb's sister, Karen Loader, flies in from Buffalo.
I figured I'd come in for a week and just help so that she can get some, well-needed rest.
The week passes quickly for the family.
Debbie, Karen, come up here. Come on. Look at this.
What?
Look.
What? You put
I didn't
animals
do
on the
this. I came in here and they were like that.
Karen.
I didn't
Did
do
you
this.
do this?
No, I was with you all day.
Did I just
There
come
were
in
several toys on the floor,
I swear.
arranged in a circle.
We kind of played it off as if, somebody had gotten into the house and played a little prank.
You know who did this? Alan.
Probably was Alan. I don't even know why I thought about it.
Alan's Tony's brother. He plays jokes on us all the time.
He's like, guy's a moron.
And so that's kind of what we figured it was.
A few minutes later,
Tony! Look at that.
Yeah, it's very funny. How long did it take you to do that?
I didn't do that. I'm not kidding.
Same thing, same positions, facing outwards.
How'd you get there?
We were shocked. We could not believe what we were
I
seeing.
don't know how he's getting in and out of the house.
Are they magnets or?
The window's locked. If this is Alan, I don't know how he's getting in and out of here.
That night really put a chill down our spines. To actually have something physical moved in a matter of minutes, it scared us.
they all sleep in the same room that night, unsure what to make of the strange event.
So when we went,
My sister left, and Tony's brother, who lived next door, came over.
So my question is, how did you get in and out of the house without us seeing you at all?
And we've always been pranksters with each other. Thought maybe he's playing a trick on me.
Tony, I wasn't even home last night.
You had nothing to do with it at all.
I had nothing to do with it, I swear.
He had no idea what I was talking about, and I could just tell that he wasn't lying.
Come on, Tony, what do you think, you got a ghost or something?
Tony's brother finds it hard to take them seriously.
I'll stay and watch.
He jokes, daring the toys to fall into formation.
Weird. No movement. Nothing weird. No movement.
You're an idiot. Hey, don't waste all my film. You're gonna buy me some more to use it all up.
Come on, whoever you are. Let's just get a picture. Oh, jeez.
That was more or less for me a warning. This is getting out of hand. We need to get out of here. All I could think it could be was a spirit or a ghost.
Tony's got the baby in the car seat. And he's crying and fussing, and it's just kind of like a little frantic moment.
I don't know, something stung me or something.
Felt like a bee sting or a spider bite on my back. Real sharp pinch. I kind of blew it off because we were just in a hurry to get out of there.
The Pickmans drive across town to the home of Tony's parents.
Everything's fine.
Good. Let me see my little grandbaby.
House is coming along well, actually. Yeah,
Baby
all
will be
dry
okay.
now.
Well, good. I know you did a nice job.
Good?
Yeah. Oh, careful. That's where I
You
got
okay?
that.
What's
yeah.
wrong?
That's where I got that bug bite or something. I don't know. It's been hurting me.
Oh my God. Honey, you have 3 big scratches on your back.
What are you talking about?
Come here. Look.
I simply just couldn't believe my eyes.
Look at that.
Whoa.
This is bad.
Oh my God.
What caused that?
Oh my God. I don't know.
I had 3 what looked like fingernail scratches down the center of my back, and that just floored me.
There's something.
And all I could think was something evil's causing this.
Maybe there's something in our house.
Oh, jeez. I didn't do that.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
What caused that?
Oh my God.
So many things were going through my mind.
I don't know what that's from.
I don't know. Baby, there's something in our house.
Is this a mean spirit that we've got in our house? And do we go back to the house? Do we move out? Do we just never go back again? You're just totally clueless of what to do next.
Hey, Ma.
Tony tries to calm down and face the sobering facts.
You look good, and I want to know how this new mama is.
I'm doing good. Thank
We were just starting a family and couldn't afford to move. Our resources were all bled out. We had a baby and we needed a place to stay. So we decided to go back home that night.
There's got to be a logical explanation for it, Tony.
Tony's brother has an idea that he thinks may help.
Look. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but my boss has got a sister who's like a medium or something.
You mean like a psychic?
Yeah.
He suggests they invite her to visit.
What could it hurt?
The psychic arrives 3 days later.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Based in California, Barbara lectures on parapsychology and communicates with spirits.
Can I get you anything?
No,
thank you. Let's just get right to it. So first, I'll explain to you what it is that I do. I'm a medium, in that I communicate with spirits or entities on the other side. These are people that have transitioned over, and we no longer see them.
We kind of chatted a little bit, got to know her. We told her some of the things that had been going on.
That kept happening.
It started up in the nursery.
My brother was sitting there taking pictures of it.
Circle of teddy bears.
The thing flies across the room practically.
What
So
probably
they didn't have
helped
anything to do with that. It was actually.
Really, the best thing is if you could just show me the nursery, really. We could start in there.
I wasn't a big believer in psychics,
There's a lot of energy in this house.
so I kind of blew her off a little bit.
Snap a couple pictures.
Yes, that would be fine. Go ahead.
All of a sudden, she started to lose her breath.
Do you want some water? We have to leave. We have to get out of this room.
She said, "What's here doesn't want us here.
It's all right. We're going downstairs now.
It doesn't like this many people in this room."
Yes, I'll be fine. Thank you. Tony, take a picture at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
You're young, spirit.
Being my first experience with a psychic, I wasn't quite sure what to think.
Sweetheart, what's your name?
She happened to come up with the name of Sally. She said Sally was a little girl about 7 years of age and had died in the house.
The psychic asks the girl what she's doing in the house.
Sally felt that she was the baby's protector, and that he was hers to protect. The scratch that Tony had gotten was Sally's way of protecting the baby from harm.
She's 7 years old.
She was going to do anything to protect Taylor,
Very, very
even from his own parents.
To Deb, the ghost seems like a sweet guardian angel that has lost her way.
Well, if we set aside some toys for her, right, then you wouldn't hurt baby Jordan, would you?
That would actually make her feel welcome and loved.
Hold on a
That's great
second.
idea.
I don't know if that's such a great idea, encouraging whatever it is that's
My
going
husband
on.
wasn't really sure that this was a little spirit that was in the house. He was still thinking that there was something evil about it or wrong about it.
It would help her to feel welcome.
He thought it was better not to interact at all with it, not to egg it
I don't
on.
know if that is such a good idea.
A couple of days after their meeting with the psychic, Deb goes shopping for a few special gifts for Sally. She also picks up their developed pictures, eager to see if little Sally has been captured on film.
The first photo that I saw, it took like all the energy out of me. I felt my knees buckle. I almost dropped to my knees. To me, it just looked horrid. And I thought, oh my God. And the next picture had the same sort of image in there. Just the feeling that you got when you looked at it was just horror.
Look at these.
What is that? Somebody must have spilled something on these.
I don't think so. That's in the print.
Tony Pickman is not sure what to make of the strange photos he took inside his home.
Picture that really got me was as we were coming back down the stairs, I turned around and took a picture, and right in that spot, just floating in midair is this thing. I couldn't explain it. It made me scared.
Just see what she says. I'm sure it'll be fine. Barbara said Sally's protecting the baby.
Okay.
Deb continues to believe that Sally is a harmless ghost.
Barbara said we should make her feel comfortable here.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure about this whole Barbara situation. Besides, he's too young to be staying in the nursery by himself. He can just stay in here with us for a little while.
You can watch over our baby right now.
All right.
Tony's concerned that his wife isn't taking the intrusion seriously. He senses that there's something more sinister haunting his house. Weeks pass without incident.
So, how's the baby?
All right, guys.
You look like you're getting sleep. But it's okay. It's not bad.
Deb's sister Karen returns for another visit, this time with her husband.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I'm trying to.
So good. You guys, cheers. Cheers. Cheers for new
House,
beginning.
new stuff, new beginning, new house.
Speaking of the house, it looks fantastic.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I love what you've done with it. It looks so good. You guys did a really good job with it. I love what you've done with it. It's
All
all
her.
like matching. It looks so
It's all her.
fresh. Do you hear that?
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear.
I thought I heard something. Sorry.
I always think you hear something every 5 seconds.
I thought I heard detective.
I know.
Of course she's gonna hear stuff.
Sorry.
She's a new mom.
Look at these pictures. I've been wanting to show them to you. And look at this.
Yeah, this is really weird.
Deb, what is this?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's
We don't know
Sally
what it is, but it's almost.
protecting Taylor. Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna go get dinner. Will you help me?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, do you guys need help?
Sit. No, we're good. We'll be right
Just
back.
relax. You guys need anything or what? Some little snack or something? You all right? Guys, what happened?
The van was just lit up on fire.
It just lit on fire?
If it can do this, what's keeping it from setting one of us on fire or harming the baby or, my wife, any of us?
Deb tries to convince Tony that the fire was an isolated event. He thinks she may be right when for the next few weeks, life at the Pickman house returns to normal. Each morning, Tony returns home after working the graveyard shift at a grain elevator.
He came bursting in the bedroom and he's huffing and he's puffing.
I was so panicky, couldn't get words out.
And I'm thinking, who did you see? And he said, Sally, and I said, you did, and what did she look like? And then I bombarded him with like 50 questions.
It didn't try to hurt you, right?
No, it was nothing like
Deb,
that.
however, is anything but scared. She is more curious about the ghost than ever before.
Where did you see her?
It was in the kitchen.
I was terribly jealous that Tony got to see this little apparition, this little spirit.
It was a ghost.
Yes,
right?
she was dressed up in this little white skirt. She had like a little bow in her hair. I was insane. I don't even know what to make of it.
Why did she show herself to you?
The house remains quiet for months, as Deb waits anxiously for Sally to appear to her. But she never does.
Like something just grabbed me by the
I was literally pulled out of bed. It just grabbed my arm and just yanked me. It scared me. I remember how tight it had my wrist. I physically felt this happen.
I wasn't dreaming.
It was very real to him.
Maybe it was just Sally.
No, it wasn't Sally.
I blamed a lot of what he saw or experienced on his lack of sleep and the whole stress of being a new father. I guess I wasn't believing a lot of the things that he was claiming.
You okay?
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God, look at my arms.
There were 5 distinct finger marks that had blistered up all around my wrist. To me, how could that possibly have been a dream?
It must be Sally.
My arm, just
How could this little spirit have so much energy to pull somebody out of bed? And, you know, what was the urgency? What was she trying to say?
Sally, these toys are just for you. If there's anything that you want, I'll get it for you. We want you to feel comfortable here.
The stubbornness kicks in. I just didn't feel like I could let it get the best of me.
Tony feels the baby is safe in the house, but a rift grows between him and his wife.
I would constantly hear a whispering. To me, it didn't sound like a little child. It sounded like almost three grown-up people talking at once. Like they were right in your ear talking to you.
I don't know what just happened. I was trying to sleep. The voices started going again. I was trying to ignore them.
I'm again thinking, he's lacking sleep. He's catching things out of the corner of his eye or making things, his mind is making things up.
Tony fears the presence in the house is manipulating his feelings. He's having trouble keeping his growing resentment toward Deb to himself.
I would get a real strong sense of hate. Like I wanted to sometimes reach out and just hurt her. It's not like me. I love her so much. I'd never do anything to hurt her. But the longer we were there, the stronger that feeling was getting.
There was a noticeable change in Tony's demeanor. We fought a lot more. He was very short-tempered with me. He was almost argumentative in starting issues.
The Pickmans call in the psychic for a second consultation.
And I got yanked up by something. I mean, it was so bad I had blisters and marks on my wrists.
Well, I'll try and contact Sally and see if she can give us some answers to what's going on. It's her. Don't go down there. There's another entity in this room. Sally? Sally, what do you mean it's her? There's another entity in this room. I'm much older and much stronger than our little Sally is, okay? It seems to me that this other older entity is the one that is doing these things. And Sally's the one taking the blame.
She's communicating with Sally because this other female would not interact with her at all.
This is really more beyond my expertise. What I would like to do is contact a very qualified paranormal investigative team who has extraordinary experience in things like this.
I think that's a good idea. I think it's a really good idea.
I don't know. You really want a whole team of people in here? I mean, the whole town.
My first reaction was, no way. We live in a small town. We'd be the laughing stock.
All right.
What other option do we have right now? The thing is in our house, and we're not going to be able to get rid of it unless we have a team come in and tell us exactly what it is.
Exactly.
In my mind, if it wasn't a spirit in the house, it could only have been one thing, and that was the devil. That just scared me to death. Maybe someone coming in to intervene could help explain what was there, or either help explain it or help get rid of it.
Within days, a team of paranormal investigators arrives, led by world-renowned medium and researcher Peter James.
A ghost is the ethereal double of its physical counterpart. We become a ghost depending upon the circumstances as to how we die. If we die untimely, tragically, or violently, then we're rendered a ghost. I prefer not knowing any details of any specific haunting. It was my job to identify the anomalous activity.
Have a little chat here. I need to find out exactly what's been going on. And
He asked if we had a little daughter, about the age 7, because as they pulled up, there was a little girl staring out the upstairs window.
She wasn't doing anything in particular, she's just looking at me with a lot of curiosity, as any other normal-looking child would do.
Bear with me a minute while I get a feel for it.
electromagnetic frequency monitor, or EMF, indicates a change in the electromagnetic energy in the room. Peter senses the presence of two spirits, a child and an adult female who is very powerful.
Hello there. What's your name? Sally.
I just had this big, broad smile on my face because that was the second person who had basically backed up the fact that there was a little girl named Sally in our house.
Peter proceeds cautiously. He knows that people experiencing sudden or brutal deaths can be thrust into the spirit world confused, fearful, and even angry.
This is their space, and I'm invading their space. And if they dislike it, they'll let you know.
I definitely feel the presence of the female spirit here.
The whole focus had been on the fact that we had this little girl spirit, and now we're having an entity that is more resembling an adult female, and we're, wondering why. Why do we have an adult female in the house?
I feel that female spirit here, definitely. Definitely. But she's trying to repel me. Trying to repel us. She's trying. We are not afraid of you.
See what's happening to me? I don't know.
What?
My back.
Oh my God, Tony, you have huge scratches on your back.
Ah!
Look at this. There's no... Oh my God.
Something's happening. I don't know. Something's going on.
I was so scared the whole time. He was telling me, don't be afraid. We can't let it know that we're afraid of it.
Anyway, I know we're going to go down to the baby's room, okay?
The nursery is a hotbed of electromagnetic energy.
So now, see, there are two cribs here. I thought you told me you only had one child.
We do. We got this crib and these toys for Sally. We thought she'd want her own space. Make her feel comfortable.
I'm getting something.
Sally? Sally, if that's you, you be nice.
Peter tries his best to keep Tony calm.
He was really petrified. He just couldn't move. And of course, I tried to put him at ease, saying not to be nervous, but he was very, very shaken by all this.
Peter James and his team continue to investigate the entire house, inside and out. Peter tries one last time to communicate with the powerful spirit in the house.
Go back to your room. Don't go down there. Go back to your room.
Finally, the ghost reveals herself. And a troubled past life comes sharply into view. Peter sees images from a previous century. The woman was a servant to a physician who owned the house. She was also his mistress.
I've done everything I can think to.
They kept their affair hidden, fearing a scandal in such racially divided times.
So that's looking much better.
Sally was their 7-year-old daughter. It's a tragic portrait of a secret family.
I became empathic, and I was able to sense how she died.
Young Sally contracted pneumonia.
100 years ago, they didn't have the kind of technology nor the medication that could save a child dying from pneumonia. This is how she died.
The forces within the house are strong, but Peter believes the Pickmans don't have to be victims in their own home.
Well, what do we do then? I mean, do we get an exorcism? Or...
No, not exorcism. Cleansing. And that takes a lot of data gathering, takes a lot of preparation. That's not what you need. You people are in control. You. This is your house, and you set the rules. Now, you've got to let these spirits know that they need to comply with those rules, or they can't stay here.
Okay.
Comfortable with that?
Yeah, I mean, I have to be, right?
All right. Yes, you do. You have to be.
Deb lobbies to stay in the house. She feels the more they know about the ghosts, the safer they'll be.
I was so enamored with the activity.
Deb handled it better than me. She's a little more open to the paranormal.
It's been several weeks since Peter James and his team visited the house.
Hey, how's work?
Great.
You want some tea?
Sure.
The Pickmans have saved some money, but Deb is still reluctant to leave.
Peter James called today. He wants to do another investigation on our house. I think it's a good idea, Tony.
Hasn't done much good so far, has it?
No, I just really
Everything in the house, the longer we stayed there, it just seemed everything got heavier.
I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Every time they come, we learn something new about Sally.
What are you always going on about Sally for? I'm sick of worrying about Sally. You act like it's a sweet little ghost, but it's not. It's like a demon or something. Look what it's doing to me. Look at my arms. It's trying to kill me. You don't even care.
Tony!
Sweet little girl, huh?
Tony realizes the fight with his wife was all in his head.
Being her husband and the man of the house, I wasn't all the time admitting how scared I was. I didn't want to scare her too much, so I kept a lot to myself.
I think we need to get out of here.
We have to get out, because if we don't get out, someone's going to get hurt. You know, and I'm scared to death it could be you.
Why would I get hurt?
I keep having these weird daydreams or something, and they always...
Tony describes the dark, brooding thoughts that have slowly consumed him.
And I keep zoning out.
The inexplicable desire to assert his power and to hurt her.
Strangle you.
He can't explain why, but the feeling is there.
About to strangle you.
He cannot let the entities control him any longer.
And I think we need to get out right now.
Okay. I'll start looking at ads tomorrow.
All I could think about was evil thoughts. This isn't me. Why am I thinking this way? All I could think was, oh, I just want to hurt her.
What just happened? Are you okay? What happened? Are you okay?
Get the baby. We're getting out of here.
What happened?
I'm all right. Just go get the baby. Let's go.
That was it for me. I said, we're moving. We got to get out of here. Somebody's going to get hurt if we don't. And I'm scared it's going to be you. And that was the final straw.
Peter James theorizes that Sally's mother caused the scratches and welts on Tony's body, and not young Sally, as Barbara originally thought.
The activity escalated because Tony wanted less and less to do with the ghost, and this is why she sort of pounced on him literally, violently.
once we moved, the heaviness, the bad thoughts, everything, just instantly gone. You know, I've never felt that way since. No matter how much it wanted me to hurt my wife, I wasn't gonna let it.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I mean, how could a guy not be protective of his family in that situation?
It's been more than 10 years since we've lived in that house. And, you know, people come up to us and ask, what do you think was going on there? Why do you think these things happened to you? And it's such a very open-ended question because we don't know. It just kind of leaves a hole in that part of your life. You experienced it, but you can't explain why. You have no reason. You have no justification. And that's kind of a hard thing to deal with.
It's affected me. I have personally, I think, become a little more spiritual. I'm not a doubter anymore. There's no way I could be. Not after what I went through. I won't doubt anybody. I've got to take their word for it.
An investigation of cemetery records from the late 19th century reveals that a young girl named Sally did indeed live in the Pickman's house. She died at the age of 7. Her gravestone still stands, but any writing has long been washed away by wind and time.